Peace, reflection. I'll wait for some people to get in the room. All right. Hey, everybody. Okay, I went back and forth of whether or not I wanted to make this video, but I decided that I wanted to because I wanted to give my perspective. And as the video said, I never left Babylon. Well, as some of you know, I'm no longer in Costa Rica. I'm back in the United States. I'm no longer actually physically with the Melanation tribe, physically, mentally, and in my heart, I'm still with them, no matter what. But what I realized through this whole experience is that I actually never left Babylon, because when I left, I still had my mind, my whole mindset was still in Babylon. Like, I left Babylon because out of fear, and then I ended up leaving Costa Rica nature out of fear. So what I've learned through this is that your perception holds everything. And not to really get into much detail, because there's really not that much detail about why I left, but I did want to talk about my experience with Melanation, because I feel like people that go to Master Teacher Nature Boy, they go there, their minds open, their hearts are open, it's all about Master Teacher Nature Boy, but as soon as they get there, it's like, I guess their whole perception changes, and then they start looking at the situation subjectively. But for me, I wanted to make this video because I wanted to be that person to let you know that Master Teacher Nature Boy has made an impact on my life, because I think that I can look at it in the way that I can because of my astrological energy, because I'm detached and I don't really look at things emotional, but I still remember the intent as to why I decided to follow him. So just because I'm no longer with him, or maybe it ended bittersweet, I still can't forget the impact that he had on my life and on my consciousness, because he has taken my consciousness to a whole nother level, and I can't deny him or anybody that was in my presence in Melanation. I cannot deny them that, because I'm not the same person that I was when I left. And I can't take away from BP's, Yaya, Kino, or whoever else made a video about Melanation, the Master Teacher. That is their perception, right? That, like, they had that experience, and this is how it looks for them, and we can't take it away. We can sit here and say you're wrong, but at the end of the day, your perception holds everything. So my perception that I received from being a part of Melanation was that I am God. I am God. And the melanated man is God. And for me to walk in this life thinking that I don't need anyone, that is a lie that I created within myself. But also I know that it's a part of my astrological energy, that I'm very independent and I like to do things on my own. But what I found was that I'm more powerful when I have that masculine energy, my frequency with me, because without that, I'm nothing. You know, that's my perception. Like, I'm nothing without that frequency, my shared frequency. And so when you find yourself with people that's not on your frequency, it's a bad feeling. And since I've come back to Babylon, I'm not even gonna fucking say Babylon, because Babylon's a state of mind, nature's a state of mind. Because what I found, I went to Costa Rica and I was in nature, but my mind was still in Babylon. And so even when I was here and before I left, my mind was in nature. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how I was able to get there, because my mind was focused. But then when I got there, it was like I didn't completely empty my cup and be present to the experience. But what Master Teacher has done for me, he has opened my consciousness and he has activated me, because before I wouldn't have gotten on camera and I wouldn't be talking to you about these inner thoughts that I have. Like, I can get on and talk about bullshit. Like, if you go to my YouTube, or if you on my YouTube, like, I can talk about bullshit, but to really talk about what's really solely like in my heart, nah, because I was afraid of what people thought of me. I was so afraid of what y'all motherfuckers thought. Like, I don't even know you. Like, after I do this video, your life goes on. Like, Fury, who's that? You see what I'm saying? But now I have been activated to speak my truth. I'm gonna take my time. Like sometimes I get on here and I feel like I have to rush and I feel like I have to talk. But I want to take my time, you know. Because really, I'm only talking to 3 people. Like, it might be 36 people in this room, but only 3 of you are actually listening and resonating with me, and you're on my frequency. So now that I'm here, it's like I truly know who I really am. It's like now I know what it's all about. This shit is all in your mind. Like, what you think, how you see yourself, it's all in your mind. And I had to leave, be back into nature, to come back to realize that I already had the answers in the first place. I already knew who I was. I already knew what life was about, but I had to get out this environment to really connect with who I really was. And that's the thing about experience. Experience will take your consciousness to a whole nother level, because you can sit here all day and talk about facts and talk about, you know, the truth of things. But until you actually like live it and experience, until you leave Babylon and go back into nature and immerse yourself in pure water, immerse yourself in fruit from the trees, and eat liquid light, and be near the sun, and sleep in a tent, and wake up in the middle of the night because fucking ants all over your face. Until you do that, you can't tell me what is truth and what is not truth, because you're still in this environment that is conducing a lie. See, I had that experience. And no one can take that experience from me, and I am internally appreciative that Master Teacher Nature Boy saw something in me and allotted me that space to be there. Now, I didn't know how long I was going to be there. Like, I really don't think I had it in my mind to be there forever, because if that was the case, I would still be there. But I knew that his teachings and his energy was enough to make me want to give up everything and just go, because he was speaking my heart. No one had ever spoke my heart like that before. And I think for some people, when you be in the presence of someone so true and so firm in what they stand in, if you don't have any foundation, you will crumble. Because people think going to Costa Rica and being a part of Mel Nation, you're just there having a good old time, eating fruit, being butt naked. No, you're there for a purpose. But at the same time, you're also there to shed whatever demons that you have, because you're in an environment where there's nothing to distract you from yourself but yourself. All you have is your perception. And then if you want to let go of that and receive the knowledge of Master Teacher, that's on you. But some people come there and they don't want to do that, and so that's why you get these videos, because they're not willing to let go of that part of themselves. So then you are left there to face with your demons, and you can decide whether or not you want to hold on to it or you don't want to hold on to it, right? So that's why you get these videos where people have all this stuff to say. But I'm not there anymore. But like I said in my previous video, I have the ability to look at things subjectively, objectively. Like, I can look at a situation and be like, okay, I see where I was wrong. But really, there's no right and wrong, but I see how I was being this way. Now, do I want to hold on to this belief, or do I want to expand my consciousness and grow? Because that's why we're here. We're here to continually to allow life, and we're here to continue to expand, and what our experiences will allow us to expand. But it's up to you whether or not you want to hold on to your old disbeliefs, or you want to continue to move forward to facts, to truth. Because right now we're in an information age, so there's no reason why you shouldn't know anything. You choose not to know because you don't want to know. Hey.
I knew you was going to be making this video.
You distracted me. So, I forgot what I was saying. Somebody just walked by and started talking to me. But for me, I'm at the point in my journey to where I just want to allow. I don't want to be on the path of least resistance anymore. Path of resistance. I don't want to be on that path anymore. I just want to allow whatever comes to me. I want to just flow in this life. Just flow. Like, whatever comes to me, I want to accept that, and I want to have that experience, and I want to continue. As I remember at one point in my journey, I was all about Jesus Christ. Like, I was all about religion. But for me to denounce that part of myself because now I have expanded, no, I don't do that. Because at one point in my life, that expanded my consciousness, and that allowed me to be the person I am today. So even though I have outgrown the philosophy of Christianity, I'm not going to denounce it. It got me here. And so that's how I feel at where I am right now, is that my level of consciousness is on 10. It's just like, damn. It's like sometimes I sit back and I'm just like, man, I had that experience. I had that experience to know what it feels to be human. I had that experience to be around my warriors and have no clothes on. And yet I felt so safe, and I was able to be vulnerable, and no one took advantage of that. You can't even walk around here with some shorts on and a man not sexualizing you. And I had the opportunity to give my soil back to the earth. You know? I had the opportunity to wake up every morning and all I saw was nature and the sunrise and the peace and quiet. And I got to hear the coyotes at night doing whatever the fuck they was doing. Like, you know, it's like I look at my life and I'm so appreciative of everything. It's like, because I'm the creator of my reality. So I'm not going to sit here and worry about negative shit. No, that negative shit is just contrast. But it helps me grow, and it helps me be more defined in what I want and how I want my life to be. So right now I'm in the state of appreciation, and I just keep going, and my levels of consciousness keep expanding. You know? I'm daily tuning my frequency in all that I want, all that I am. And I know it's going to vibrate to me, but I have to be in that state of allowing. My mind has to be open. My heart has to be open. And and the one thing I learned from a master teacher, I got my finger in the way, is knowing yourself. Knowing yourself in order to love yourself. Like, since I've been back, like, all I've been doing is studying myself. Like, I've had the time to, like, really study myself, study my chart. And it's amazing that in doing that, I've realized that the life that I'm living right now is exactly where I'm supposed to be, because in my chart it says that I'm supposed to live in another country. Like, that is my destiny, to live in another country, to teach, to go to higher levels of consciousness. Like, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So people that knew me or know me was just like, what the fuck is this girl doing? She just quit her whole life and just moved to another country. It was written. It was supposed to happen. And the reason why I know that is because I study myself, and it says there in the chart. So if you can't take anything else from me, please go study yourself. Go to Tara.com. I know you got $15 because you spend it at the mall, you spend it at McDonald's, but spend it on something valuable, and that is yourself. Go to Tara.com, put in your information. I promise you it's going to open your mind to who you are, and it will give you a direction, because also in studying yourself, you know when you will face blockages in your life. Like, you know, when you're looking at a situation, you know that, okay, how am I looking at this situation? Am I looking at this situation closed-minded, subjectively or objectively? Like, and then when you do that, you can decide how you want to face that certain situation. And so then you start becoming powerful in your being. But then also learn about science and biology, because we walk in these bodies and we don't even understand how it works. Like, we have the skin, we have our hair, you know, we have our nervous system, you know, we have our lungs, we breathe in, we breathe out, but we don't really understand why. We're just here. We're like, well, that's just how it is. So it's just, my levels of consciousness on factual levels have expanded. Not like, oh, mystical, everything is just spiritual, just accept things for what it is. Nah, like, look into the facts of shit. It's there, you know. But also, like I said in my other video, you still need subjectivity, because you still need that feminine energy. You still need that artistic, imaginative, illusional side, because that's what makes life so interesting, when you can just imagine. You know, you still need that part. So don't deny that part of yourself, because you need both. You need the masculine and the feminine side. And with my energy, I'm more masculine, but now I'm getting in tune with my feminine side. You know, I'm allowing myself to be taken care of, to be loved, because before I would block that because I'm independent. Nobody can tell me what to do. Nobody go control me. And that is the great illusion for the melanated black woman, is that we were told that we don't need anyone. We don't need the black man. That we can do it on our own. We make our own money. We make our own decisions. And that's such a lie, because we need each other. The melanated black man and the melanated black woman, we need each other. We can't conquer, we can't reign in this existence without each other. Because you ever like sit back and feel like something's missing? And it has something to do with being in a relationship. It's just certain energies that are around you. You have all these energies around you, but something just doesn't fit or doesn't feel right, you know. And so I just live my life thinking that I don't need anyone, and that is such a lie. That is such a lie that I've created in my head. But I know it's a part of my astrological energy that I'm very independent. Like, my Venus is in Aquarius, and so we have the ability to detach. But it's also a great tool, because I can look at a situation and not look at it so fucking emotional. Be like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I just really wanted to get on here to just, for y'all that care, that have been following me through this journey so far, let you know that yes, I'm back in Babylon, but hey, I honestly never left through my perception. So now that my mind has been opened, it's like my life is so unlimited now. Now I don't know where I'm going to go. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I'm happy about that. Like, I would love to go back to Costa Rica. Like, I would love to do that. And added on to that, I'm just going to flow, because I didn't know I was going to be in Costa Rica a couple of months ago. And then that's where I was. So for me, I'm just so excited about my life, and I just wanted to show you can do it. It's never too late. Like, you are here to live. Like, get up off your ass and live. You are human. You are God. You are here to just experience. Be like, fuck this, I'm out. Like, just take all your resources that you have and just go. Just go. But don't do it out of fear. Don't do it out of fear. Do it out of pure love. And what is love? It's understanding. Do it out of pure love and knowledge. Because when you make choices based on that, they will be solid. That you will be grounded in that. But when you do it on fear, you wobbly as fuck. Because you be like, man, I'm scared. Oh, and you making decisions like, off of pure emotion versus based on pure knowledge. Because then you know how to move. You know how to move because you're basing it on pure understanding. And this is why I'm doing this. So then I can make this move. But I had to get there through experience. So that's all I wanted to say. I will see you at another time. Peace, love, and light. Like I said, melanation for life.